I am Alex Mullins. I'm 26 and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. The latest song I released was It's Fun to Stay Inside, which came out, I think, October 2019. It happened very quickly, especially working with my producer Devin, who prompted a lot of that. And the lyrics came about pretty quickly too, after I'd kind of heard that initial beat and sample track that Devin made. So that kind of prompted it just to take off immediately. I could not, for the life of me, I was like having this huge writer's block, and I told, a couple of my buddies who are also in the scene as well, and one of them said in passing, just try playing like jazz chords or something for a week. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I just started playing different things, and I kind of came up with a loop, I guess, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And so I sent it to Devin, my producer, and then he came up with this whole thing. I was like, oh wow, okay. And then from there it was just so much easier just to kind of have like a prompt from there just to write. So for the lyrics, that was done in 2 sessions. So I had the majority of the lyrics at that point, and I was just having a hard time, I think, just filling in some parts, especially for the bridge of the song. Every day in this heavenly art, every night I'm just hitting restart, so I'll only tell you if I tell it from the heart. Yeah. So there was that. We just had that, the sounds pretty much, and he's just like, I don't know, just saying something on the mic to figure it out. I don't know. And he just kind of threw me in the deep end. I was like, okay. And I just was kind of mumbling stuff. He's, oh, that's kind of cool. And we just kind of fine-tuned it from there. So sometimes the spontaneity and him just kind of pushing me to not be so, I can sometimes be a little rigid. So he just kind of pushes me out of that, and that definitely helped, I think, make the song flourish. I think the motivation behind this song definitely was, one, it's literally, I wrote it in the summer, and in Arizona it's like 130, so you can't do much. So, sometimes you can kind of feel a little bit, and at least in my case, a little bit like secluded or sometimes feeling isolated. So I think during that time I was also going just through like a little bit of, I think, depression, and I was very influenced by how people are able to write songs about serious things like almost in an ironic manner. I think for me a big influence was like Matt Healy from the 1975. I think he's really good at being ironic when it comes to writing lyrics about serious things. John Lennon, people like that. And so I just wanted to kind of take that approach to it, as to how I was kind of feeling at the time, but that there are still some things good things that can kind of happen from it, and this song was that. Can I find someone who can come undone, living on the run? I don't want to be my father's son. It's one of the most like personal songs, so it's like, I think it was something kind of like almost like an afterthought that I was just kind of thinking about, that I think was associated with like the entire theme of what that song was. And just through my own kind of like personal, demons and all that stuff, and not having the ideal relationship. My dad died when I was 18, and it was drug related. So there's a lot of complications, I guess, in terms of how you view that relationship afterwards. And so it's always kind of stuck with me, and especially in how I emote the songs, either lyrically or sonically. And I guess that was just, at that point, I was just exactly how I felt, and just like, let's just gotta say that. So yeah.